Hearing today at the Texas Capitol focused on recent protests at university campuses, the law enforcement response to those, and allegations of Jewish students saying they feel unsafe on campus.
A freshman there at the University of Texas testified and made a troubling claim about a professor. KXAN's Will Dupree takes us inside today's hearing.
And I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the future makes me nervous.
UT student Levi Fox shared with Texas senators some examples of anti-Semitism he says he witnessed during recent campus protests, including one shocking claim about a history professor.
He walked up to me and a group of Jewish students and he said, "You'll be the next ones they throw into the ovens." When I heard that, I was like, okay, wait, did that really just happen?
Another UT professor, Pauline Strong, expressed skepticism, especially without hearing any additional context, but says the university has a system to report these types of incidents.
I was suspicious about the story because there was not a name attached to it, and it's a very, very serious charge to make.
One expert who tracks anti-Semitism testified about how the history of chants used during these protests, like from the river to the sea, could be interpreted as hateful.
It's calling for a Palestinian state that extends from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, effectively erasing the entire Jewish state.
However, Sam Law, a Jewish graduate student at UT who got arrested alongside dozens of protesters, disagrees.
There are people who've been straight up lying, claiming that protesters have said anti-Semitic things. I've been at these protests. I went to a Shabbat service organized on the South Lawn.
Senators suggested, though, perhaps it's time to mandate lessons about the history of Judaism and the Holocaust when they reconvene next year. In Austin, I'm Will Dupree.
There is legislation in Washington aimed at addressing anti-Semitism on school campuses. Now, the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act would mandate the U.S. Department of Education adopt the broad definition of anti-Semitism used by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. The bill also gives the Education Department the power to punish schools that don't take that definition seriously. Critics of the legislation, including some Republicans and the ACLU, say the definition is too broad. The IHRA defines anti-Semitism as a certain perception of Jews, which may be expressed as hatred toward Jews. Now, the House passed the bill last week, and it is up to the Senate to take it up for a vote.
And going back to Will's report, at today's hearing, the student told the senators that he would share the name of that professor that we mentioned privately with them, also saying that he would like the university to investigate further.
The chair for his department, however, told us she received no official complaints about this and had not heard about it until today. A leader from the Texas Department of Public Safety also answered some questions today about why UT Austin had a much larger police presence compared to other protests throughout the state. He told senators it was because of intelligence the agency gathered that things could get more unruly there, and it was necessary to add those additional troopers.